What is going on with the IRS? April 15th didn't just mark the end of the tax season, it marked the activation of the digital auditor. For decades, anything involving the IRS catching y'all running off with them taxes was a manual operation. They broke out the highlighters like it was an episode of Death Note or something. Look, they want to know who's hiding that income, but thanks to Trump's big, beautiful bill, the IRS has officially transitioned to the AI era. And their first target, you know it, IG and TikTok.
Oh, no.
My name is Julian Scott, supply chain strategist, and this is Supply Demand. And typically, we layer in supply chain strategy with industry knowledge so that you can get rid of all the ambiguity surrounding different aspects of finance and culture. But this is the back room. You know, we can't have every conversation on the sales floor that we can have in the back. So this is a little more relaxed. The topics are a little more varied, but you're going to get my true and authentic thoughts and insights on some different things. So let's get into this IRS AI situation to see, like, is there really a problem? Is there something we need to be talking about? Something we need to be going to do? We're going to find out, you know, right now. Let's get right into it.
The official deadline to file taxes or for an extension was a few hours ago at midnight last night. The IRS now has to process all those returns, now with the help of artificial intelligence. As an accounting expert with Texas A&M's Mays Business School tells us, this will help catch mistakes humans could miss.
Are AI systems out there that are targeted specifically for tax law. This way, instead of memorizing all the code or using the keyword search, you can just kind of have a conversation with the AI and kind of see what conclusion you can draw based on how it views the Internal Revenue Code.
So you know how, like, you got that one friend who, like, always be doing stuff on IG and you just like, yo, you know what I'm talking about.
Content makers. Content makers.
Well, look, all of that Instagram flexing is now a legal liability. If you out here reporting you making $40,000 a year on that income tax, but your digital footprint, it's looking like $100,000 lifestyle on your TikTok, they coming for you, okay? If you out here talking about, yo, I only make like 20K. I only make like 20K. That's it. But your TikTok, it say you living like you a contestant on The Bachelor or something like that. You live in a TV lifestyle. You out here talking about, yo, bro, I only make like 50,000, son. I only make 50,000. Check the 1040. I did it easy. Look, they coming to get you. Your life on IG look like you take the yacht on Tuesday and the PJ on the weekends. They coming to get you. I promise.
We're not rich. We're broke.
See, because these type of situations y'all find yourselves in to this new AI system, they look like statistical anomalies. And it don't like anomalies, okay? The system is more than looking for just mathematical problems. You put the wrong number in the wrong box. No, it's now flagging for discrepancies between your lifestyle, the things you say you do online, and the things you said you did on that paper, the stuff you said you could afford. It's a digital auditor, and it has three main components that it's going to be looking at inside of its algorithm to check on things. First, it's going to be your lifestyle, right? How does your lifestyle compare to what you put on your financial documents? The second component of the algorithm is the Schedule C expenses. We're going to talk about this and how is it different from what is baseline for your industry or your business if you're an entrepreneur, stuff like that. And the last component of it, this is a big one because this is going to get y'all caught up. Some of y'all going to get caught up. It's the 1099K real-time validations, okay? I'm going to talk about all of these. We're going to get into it and talk about all the different details real quick. So give me 1 second. Yo, have you heard? The IRS has launched a new AI. They coming for you. That's right. They know you've been playing on them tax returns. But look, While they over there busy training their AI how to hunt through your social media feed, we training our people how to hunt for leverage. The goal isn't to hide from the algorithm. Honestly, I think that's a losing proposition right there. Look, the goal should be to build documented, bulletproof wealth systems that withstand the scrutiny of any of these tools and all of this type of stuff they putting out there. I'm talking about the Skeleton Crew, Supply Demand's private membership platform. You got to come check it out. Look, I am wanting to build a community of people who want to dive deeper, take action, and truly experience a transformation. We don't care about tax hacks or, yo, what's the secret sauce and all of that. I don't care about none of that. You shouldn't either. We want to care about systems. I want you to be able to optimize, right, through systematic approaches and real financial education. Look, check out the discussion boards. We got private applications to help you manage your personal finances that we've built from the ground up. And I have supply drops. These are our deep dives, research from industry knowledge presented by yours truly, as well as with other industry leaders to help you close those gaps, those things that's really holding you back from seeing success. Look, head over to supply-demand.live, okay? Or hit the link in the description. Make it easy on yourself. The Skeleton Crew, Supply Demand. Now, back to the video. So now I know some of y'all thought tax time was over. I know. But for some of y'all, this is really just going to be the beginning. So let's talk about how this AI agent, this algorithm works, and how you can make yourself audit proof. Okay, we're going to audit proof your digital self online. All right. So first and foremost, how it works and how the IRS is actually going to be using this new AI agent that it's deploying. So number one, the agent is actually going to be cross-referencing your social security number. Okay, that's the first piece. You got to know. They already know who you are. They're going to be looking at your social security number, okay? They're going to be running that against luxury assets, registries, private aircraft, brokerages and things like that. People who sell luxury items, they're going to be seeing, are you showing up and flagging at these places, right? Because if you said you couldn't afford these things and then you only made a certain amount of money, but they seeing that you shopping at these places, it's going to be a problem. That's number one. So they will be using the social security number. The AI can also compare what you put on your Schedule C. So for those who choose to itemize, the standard deduction right now is very large, but some people still have a lot of expenses, or at least they say they do. Okay. And so there's a normative baseline, right? What's regularly reported. They can tell certain industries, if you're a consultant, you may have higher travel versus if you're a doctor, unless you're like a traveling nurse or something like that, right? So they'll be looking at all of these different things and they'll be comparing. If you say, hey man, I got this large sum of, we can talk percentages, right? This percentage of my income is in meals and entertainment, but the industry average isn't that. It's going to flag. If you're saying you're buying all of this office furniture, but your digital footprint ties back to a PO box, it may flag for something. So they're going to be looking, how does your Schedule C expenses, the things you've chosen to itemize, right? How do they stack up and compare to the things within the industry? And if they're normal. And that last piece, that 1099K, I told you this is going to be the one that get a lot of y'all. So the 1099K, it's a knowledge form. So anytime you use Cash App, PayPal, you use Stripe, any of these online payment processors, Zelle, all of this stuff, it generates a report to the IRS. That's called a knowledge form. This is not something to say this is income that you made, but it is letting the government know this money actually flowed from us to this person. And these businesses, they comply with this. They send it and they want to send it. Why? Because they don't want it to look like income on their end. They have to show the money that they are moving around, where it's going, where it came from, who sent it to them, and where they sent it to. And then if they collected fees and that's their income, they show that. And if it's just money that you got, right, personal transfers to yourself, or backdoor money you might have got for some services or some things you're doing, they will know. So any of y'all running your business and you only accept PayPal, just like you only accept cash, all this type of stuff, they are checking these details. Well, the AI is doing it automatically. It knows exactly where you're spending, how the money is coming in to any accounts associated, again, with your social security number, right? And with your ID. So they're going to be looking. And even if it's $1 off, you're going to flag. If the variance of those transactions don't make sense, even by $1, it's going to generate an automatic report. No actual person is doing any of this, right? They're not touching a file. It's nobody actually, right? It's not manual anymore. This is happening automatically. So there's a lot of concerns clearly already about, how tech companies have been partnering with this particular administration and how they're handling people's private data. Personally, I think this is some next level stuff. Honestly, I'm interested to hear what you all think in the comments down below. Like, is this something we should be getting upset about? I'm a little apprehensive personally as a business owner myself, but let's get solution mode. Let's talk about what are the things. I'm gonna give you 3 that you can do, right, to kind of really help audit proof your digital self, right? To make sure you're not just flagging in the algorithm on accident, and now you got the government looking to other stuff. Now they found something else, right? You don't want to be in those situations. I promise you. So the first thing, number 1, what can you do to audit proof your digital footprint? Okay. For all my entrepreneurs, this is for you. My people who just starting up, you just bust down the LLC, you just got your IN number. You happy, you excited? Let me tell you right now. Separate, okay, your business funds from your personal funds. That's it. Super simple. Separate your business funds from your personal funds. I cannot tell you how many times I've had this conversation. You cannot co-mingle the money. You can't do it. You're not supposed to do that. They come and ask questions now. They want to know, why is this over here purchased like this or that? Why? They want to know. They got to know. So you want to separate these things because it becomes kind of muddy to say where the money is flowing, where the transactions, what really was personal and what was really for the business. You need to clean that up. You got to make sure you have clean transaction data so you have separate accounts where money flows for personal things and where money flows for business. And this also goes into the marketing component. I understand it is a marketing tactic to show an embellished lifestyle. It's something that people attach to. Let me tell you something. If you cannot show why that luxury trip or that thing that you did is backed up, logged, you got a memo or something like that in your general ledgers justifying, hey, this thing was ordinary and necessary for my business under IRS code section 162. Okay, ordinary and necessary. Look it up. All right, irs.gov. If you cannot show that, you gonna flag. You gonna flag. You have to make sure you have that stuff. So I say stay away. Just don't do it. Come up with more creative ad campaigns and marketing campaigns. Leverage your community. Shout out to the Skeleton Crew. See the different things that you could do there. But I do not recommend using some of the marketing of old if it involves you. If it's you paying someone like a model or something like that as a stand-in, that's different. But trying to show yourself as living an affluent lifestyle might get you jammed up. Okay. And number 3, all right, the AI is looking for unsupported luxury. Okay, more specifically, you should not be worried if I just got a new Louis bag, or I went to Saks or Tyson's here if you in the DMV area or whatever, and you bought a couple things. You shouldn't be concerned about that. But again, like I said in the beginning, if you are reporting things like I only make 10 grand a year, I only make 5 grand a year, and your lifestyle clearly does not match that online, you taking trips, you in Turks, every weekend is you on a different beach, you at a different concert, something like that, you should be concerned, right? Honestly, post a little less of that type of content, maybe. Switch it up. Save the pictures, take the pictures, do the stuff. If you really doing it, you really living like that, cool. If you feel like you don't have any problems, you don't have any issues, then you good. Do whatever you want. But if you know, I just wouldn't post it. Honestly, I would stay away. So that's the three main things, that you can do to really audit proof yourself in this moment of transition, But hey, I want to know what you guys think about all of this down in the comments. That's really all I got for y'all today. What do y'all think? Is this okay for the IRS to deploy some technology like this against American citizens, tax-paying people? Let me know down below in the comments. And, they upgrading. This is just the beginning, I promise you. The IRS is making upgrades. Other agencies are making upgrades. This is the time for you to do the same. Hit that link in the description. Check out the Skeleton Crew, okay? Make sure you get all the things that you need. Get all the information. Check out the AI tools that we have, all right? If you need help with your personal budget, you're working on some different things for yourself in terms of paying down credit card debt, check out the great AI tools that we've developed, right, to actually help you in these situations, not come at you or criminalize you for something like that. That's not what we do, okay? That we not the IRS, we not the Alphabet Boys, all right? Check out the Skeleton Crew, link down in the description. It's me, Julian Scott. This is Supply Demand, the back room. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.